All right, welcome back. Yesterday was a bank holiday, so it wasn't too much action, and price was a bit sketchy. But I still traded. I had one loss, one win, one break even, so slightly up for the day. No A plus trades. They were a bit sketchy, so we'll go over them. Okay, so let's start with gold. Nothing during New York at all. Let's go to. Okay, so this is the win I had. This was during London at 2 a.m. on gold. And as you can see, I've labeled it as bad win. And let me show you why. Oh, you can already see there. So there were no FVGs on this one. I don't know why, but for some reason, when I was looking at this one, it just completely blanked on my mind that there was no high time frame FVGs. But anyways, let's have a look. Okay, so London starts. We have a bullish point of interest to work with, thanks to this Chad candle closing through these Virgin Wicks. So POIs get engaged. There was a 5-minute FVG as you saw, but it got inversed, so it's no longer there. Then we have a nice change in state of delivery right there. As you can see, because this was the last swing low that got swept, a swing low defined by a 3-candle pattern where the middle wick is lower than the wicks next to it, and that gets swept by this leg here. Whoa. And so the lowest down closing candle is this one, but it is consecutive with this one. So you want to look at this candle, and the opening price of this candle is your change in state of delivery level. So after this candle closed, I set my limit order here at the SysD level, got tagged in the immediate next candle, put my stop down here. I didn't feel like it was necessary to go all the way down here. I feel like that's a bit too much. So yeah, it's a bit discretionary. It is what it is. And then yeah, got tagged in and just let it ride. And it went to TP. Yeah. So if I had to rank this, can you guys see that? I'm also playing around with this new checklist thing. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So, this one, yes, it was within the kill zone. POI is unused. POI is more than 10 minutes old at entry. No, it's not, actually. So, no high time frame FVGs. Yeah, okay. So here's how the checklist looks for this trade. Since it's missing two things, so it's like a B plus. But I took it. Should I have taken it? Probably not. But a win's a win. I'll take what I can get. Moving on. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So from my notes, it looks like it's a weak SysD and it already hit TP before giving entry. But let's have a look anyways. Okay, so two bearish POIs to work with. POI gets engaged. Okay, bang. There is a change in state of delivery. Right, okay. Oh shit. Stop. Okay. So POI gets engaged. We tap into a bunch of bearish FVGs. And then we have a change in state of delivery right here because what's the last swing high? Last swing high is this one. So I want to try and stop using the SysD indicators just so you guys get a better understanding of it, because people are always like, oh, my indicator's bugging out, my indicator's not working properly. Well, that shouldn't be a fucking problem if you just understand it. Anyways, rant over. Here is your leg that sweeps the swing high. So within this leg, you want to look at the highest up closing candle, which is this one. And since it is not consecutive with any other up closing candles, you want to look at the opening price of this one. So there is your SysD. So upon this candle closing, you could then set your limit order. Stop just there, targeting 2R. But you never get tagged in, and the drawn liquidity gets taken out, and the target has already been reached. So at this point, I would consider this hour finished, unless we get a tap into this unused POI, but we don't. So that is it for this hour. Yeah, also not the strongest this day, just because it's not bad. It's a single candle, but there's no major liquidity sweep. Like if we like swept this high, that would be really nice. It's a decent sys actually, because we create an FEG here as well in the process of it. So not bad, but I just don't like how we took the drawn liquidity already. What else do we have? Okay, let's have a look. So this is during Asia. POI gets engaged. Let's have a look at the higher time frame FEGs. Yeah, just a bunch of conflicting red. Like, you do not want to see that much red if you're looking for a bullish point of interest to take a long off of. So yeah, just not something I'd want to touch. And good decision, as it just dumps straight down. That was it. That was it for gold. Let's have a look at NQ. Oh yeah, this was nice. So I was asleep during this one. I'm also back in Australia, if you haven't realized. Well, I don't think I mentioned it, but trading New York sessions is going to be pretty hard for me because this would have been at 2 a.m. for me, 2 a.m. my time. So yeah, I think for now I'll just stick to London and Asia until I move back to Asia. Anyways, okay, so this is during 10 a.m. Monday. We have a few bearish points of interest to work with, and a bunch of bearish FEGs. So looking good, looking good. All right, POI gets engaged, and bang, there's your sys right there. Because we swept this high with this leg, and you want to look at the highest up closing candle, which is this one, consecutive with this one. So there's your sys bang. So upon this candle closing, you can bang, put your order there, stop at the high, targeting 2R. There are some bullish FEGs here, but the way I simply look at it is it's like a war between bearish FEGs and bullish FEGs. And as you can see, there are way more bearish ones and just a few bullish ones. So I feel comfortable that the higher time frame supports more of a bearish bias. That's how I see it. So I would take this. It fits everything else in my checklist. Let's pull this thing up again. Are we within the kill zone? Yes. POI has not been used. Yes. POI is more than 10 minutes old. Yes. Aligned with 6-hour trend. Yes, that is definitely going down. Strong sys. Yep. Consecutive candle. And we create an FEG in the process. So very nice. And a very clear drawn liquidity. So this is a very nice trade to me. That ticks everything. And let's have a look. It goes to TP, and it even dumps all the way down, I believe. Yep, takes that drawn liquidity, so super nice, very nice. Hopefully someone caught this, but I was sleeping. Very nice. I love this trade, actually. Let's see what else we have. Nothing during London. Oh yes, there was this super nice one. So this was outside of the kill zone. But besides it being outside of the kill zone, I would say it's a pretty clean setup. So let's have a look. Bearish POI to work with. This is at 1 a.m. just before London. We have some bearish FVGs as well. We just wick the POI and we do get a change in service delivery right here. It is a single candle SysD. So that has everything you need. So as soon as that candle closes, bang, you can set your order there. And then you get tagged in there. And that goes to TP. Takes the draw on liquidity perfectly. But yeah, like I said, outside of kill zone, I wouldn't take this one. But nice setup, very nice setup. And last two, I went break even on this one. Let's have a look why. Okay. So, bearish POI to work with. Gets engaged almost immediately. Do we tap into some high time frame FEGs? Yes. Okay, very nice. And then, what is the entry model here? I think it's an IFVG. Yeah. So this is where I entered. Bearish inverse fair value gap. This has everything I want to see in a setup. Chopped around for a bit, went to 1R, and then at this point, I pulled my stop to break even, and I got stopped out break even. Which was a good move, because otherwise I would have lost. So, not too upset about that one. And then we had this one that I took a loss on. This is the last trade. So this is during Asia Open. Sunday Asia Open is always a bit sketchy. I think I mentioned this last week. Because London's still sleeping, New York's still sleeping. The market's just opened. There's not much volume, so stay away from Sunday Asia Open if you can, or if you have to trade it with small size. Like I took this with half risk, so I'm not too upset about the loss. But we have a bullish POI to work with. POI gets engaged, and then we had a liquidity sweep here. So there's your swing low that gets swept. It gets swept by this leg here. So within this leg, where is the lowest down closing candle? It is this one, which is consecutive with this one. So the opening price there is your SysD. And then upon this candle closure, we get a confirmed SysD. So you could then set your limit order here, which I did. Got tagged in and got stopped out. And that was my loss for the day. Yeah, so that was how Sunday/Monday went. Nothing too crazy, small size as it is a Sunday, but hopefully we get some nice trades today. See you next time.